From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's time for baseball with the Phillies and the Dodgers at Veterans Stadium.
He hits it a ton. That ball is carrying. That ball is a grand slam home run.
Well hit. Watch that baby way out of here. Tonight's game with the Phillies and the Dodgers is brought to you by Bud Light, the light beer with the first name in taste. Everything else is just a light. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. Bell of Pennsylvania, a Bell Atlantic company. By First Pennsylvania Bank. We hear you, a Core States Bank. By your Olds Connection dealers. Feel the quality and excitement of driving a new generation Oldsmobile. And by McDonald's. You know the one McDonald's for food, folks, and fun. Hi, everybody from Veterans Stadium. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Tonight is the Phils and the Los Angeles Dodgers wrapping up their season series. Pat Combs goes for the Phillies. Ramon Martinez, hard-throwing right-hander for Los Angeles. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser on a beautiful night for baseball here at the Vet. And the Phillies meeting the Dodgers tonight, but consummated a deal with Pittsburgh today, and it sounds like a pretty good deal, Andy.
Well, the Phillies are getting a couple of young players out of it, one of whom has a good reputation, Wes Chamberlain, an outfielder who was the most valuable player in the Eastern League a year ago, so he's quite a prospect. I think it's probably good news for a guy like Ricky Jordan, too, because the Phillies had one too many people in that category, and now Jordan can come back and be the right-handed batter.
And Carmelo Martinez hoping to put Pittsburgh over the top and into the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Phillies taking on the Dodgers for the last game of the season series, and for Pat Combs, it's probably seemed like an eternity since he has been on the mound and he wants to wipe out the taste of his last outing.
Well, his last outing really hurt him, I think, certainly in terms of his earned run average, because he was out of the ball game early after giving up a lot of runs. And the Dodgers, you have to give them credit. You know, the Phillies beat them that game, the 9-run ninth inning, and a lot of folks thought that maybe that would hurt the Dodgers a lot. Well, they've played nothing but great baseball after that. I think they won 6 out of 7 or something like that since that defeat. And they're for real. And the Phillies, I think, are feeling the result of some of that.
Dodgers are 5.5 games back. Ramon Martinez, a Cy Young candidate, but the Phillies have played well against Martinez so far in his short major league career. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after these words. Back at Veterans Stadium, the lineup cards have been exchanged at home plate. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's final game with the Dodgers. First of all, for Los Angeles, managed by Tom Lasorda, Stan Javier leads off center fielder. Jose Gonzalez in left field will bat second. Mike Sharperson, third baseman, hitting third. Eddie Murray, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Hubie Brooks, right fielder, hitting fifth. Mike Scioscia will catch. He'll bat sixth. Juan Samuel at second base, hitting seventh. Alfredo Griffin at shortstop, batting eighth, and batting ninth and pitching, Ramon Martinez. He is having an outstanding year. He's won 15, lost 6. His ERA is the 7th lowest in the league at 3.03, and he leads the league in strikeouts with 188. For the Phillies tonight, managed by Nick Leyva, Lenny Dykstra leads off center fielder. Darren Dalton will catch and bat second. Bon Hayes, left fielder, hitting third. Dale Murphy in right field will bat fourth. John Kruk, first baseman, hits fifth. Tom Hurrett, second base, will bat sixth. Charlie Hayes, third baseman, batting seventh. Dickie Thon, the shortstop, will bat eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Pat Combs. Combs has won 6, lost 9, a 4.22 ERA. Lifetime against the Dodgers, he is 0-1. He's coming off his worst outing of the year, in which he gave up 8 runs to San Francisco in just 2 innings of work. The umpires for tonight's game behind the plate will be Dutch Renner, Greg Bonin at first base, Terry Tate at second, and Jim Quick will umpire at third. Phillies coming into this game 4-7 against Los Angeles. Phillies finished 8-4 against San Francisco. There's Tom Lasorda, fanatic
before
brought
the
out
game got Tommy Lasorda's can of Slim Fast. Dumped it out on the AstroTurf.
There's Tommy's Slim Fast, and he has trimmed down considerably. His brothers are keeping us bulked up here by sending up some cheesesteak hoagies and other hoagies. Morris, Smokey, Harry and Eddie from Lasorda's restaurant. They were excellent. Leading off is Stan Javier. He's hitting at 283, a switch hitter, batting better right-handed than left. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Stan Javier.
Happy birthday to Leonard Harney in Pottsville, celebrating his 69th today. And our daughter Jean is having a birthday today, our firstborn.
Missing, it's 2-1. Ramon Martinez coming in from the Dodger bullpen along with pitching coach Ron Peranowski. Gave him a good changeup, 2-1. It's 2-2. Combs with a lot of pitches. He throws fastball, slider, curveball, straight change, and a split finger pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Stan Javier. Hit to right center, deep over the head of Lenny Dykstra. One hopping off the fence. Javier can run, and he'll reach third with a stand-up triple. His 4th 3-base hit of the year.
Combs made a couple of good pitches on him and then couldn't put him away. In fact, threw one right down the heart of the plate. Here's the pitch that Javier hit right through the middle.
So Javier at third with a leadoff triple. The batter will be Jose Gonzalez, hitting at 247. In the dirt, a good block by Dalton. Combs is mystified by this season. He enjoyed such great success last year, coming up in September and going 4-0.
Control, Harry.
He said those 4 wins seemed so easy last year, and he said, here I have 6. And we played all but a month of the season. Lofted the air to center. That'll be deep enough to score the run. Lenny Dykstra makes the catch. Waltzing home will be Javier, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly by Gonzalez.
Control has been the difference for Pat Combs. He's just not throwing his pitches where he wants them. Last year, he came up every pitch he had 4 then. He was throwing all of them where he wanted them.
Here's Mike Sharperson batting at 315. Just missing for a ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes.
Anthony Tobin Sr. in Springfield, Delaware County, 93 today.
3-0. Three balls and a strike to Sharperson, as called by the very vocal Dutch Renner, plate umpire. Lofts a foul right field side. Kruk giving chase, couldn't quite catch up to it. And it's a full count to Mike Sharperson.
Luke and Elsie Sorthano in Routledge, Pennsylvania. golden wedding anniversary today.
It's a full count to Sharperson. A run in for the Dodgers here in the first. On one hop to Tom Herr. Sharperson is retired. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Eddie Murray. Murray hitting at .312. He's the 6th leading hitter in the league, 5th in the league in on-base percentage, and tied for 9th in the league in runs batted in with 76, having a good year. He's been hot since the All-Star break, .339 since the All-Star break. Pops a foul, back up and out of play. 0-1 the count to Eddie Murray.
Send our best along to Mary Dahl in Temple, PA. Longtime Phillies fan, recuperating at home from an operation.
He nubs a foul off the end of his bat. 0-2 the count to Eddie Murray. Up and in for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball. Great grab. Kruk gets it to Combs in good shape, and that'll retire the side. A fine play by John Kruk. 1 run for the Dodgers, 1 hit, no Philly errors, none left after 1/2. Dodgers 1, Phils coming to bat. He's looking at the 22-year-old from the Dominican Republic from Santo Domingo, Ramon Martinez, and he has had an outstanding year. 15 wins, 6 losses, 7th lowest ERA in the league, .303. He leads the league in complete games with 8. Leads the league in strikeouts with 188. Lifetime, he has not fared all that well against the Phils. He is 1-2 lifetime against the Phils with a career ERA of 4.66. Lenny Dykstra will be the first one to face him. Lenny knows now what he has to hit to win the National League batting title, probably over .335. That's what Willie McGee ends up with in the National League. And yes, Willie McGee is eligible to win the batting crown. He has enough plate appearances. So what he does in the American League will not count. And he will finish with a .335 average. Lenny hitting a .340.
Don't ever remember that happening. A contender for the batting title being traded late in the season. That ball was a little high. That Dutchman just called, but that's right. Lenny knows what he has to do now. Won't be easy.
1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball off the glove of Murray. It'll be a base hit for Lenny Dykstra. So Lenny leads off with a single off Murray's glove, unless the scorer is going to get into trouble and call that an error. I don't think he will.
No, it was sharply hit, and a long stretch there off the heel of Murray, off his wrist a little bit. But that's a base hit. I mean, you don't get that one, you're not going to get a lot of them.
Here's Darren Daulton batting at .256.
This guy throws hard, and you're going to have to get ready for his fastball and kind of adjust to the other pitches.
1 strike to Daulton. Daulton out of that 2-hole, hitting at .314. 8 of his 10 home runs have come from the 2-hole. Lenny Dykstra at first base, nobody out, bottom of the first. Dodgers lead 1-0. Good catch by Socia, 1-1. Birthday wishes tonight to the great Leo Kelleher. Leo, 90 years of age, lifelong Phillies fan, and he loved watching Whitey Ashburn play baseball.
Yeah, he's old enough to remember. He's 90.
You were his favorite player. Time called
up down there, moving Terry Tata, the second base umpire.
One ball and one strike to Darren Dalton. Lenny dives back safely. Lenny's stolen 29 bases. He's only been caught 4 times. One ball and 2 strikes to Dalton. Lenny Dykstra signing a new contract last night with the Phils through 1993 with an option year by the Phils of 94. Missing with a breaking ball. It's 2-2. Holding a long look at Larry Boa. This is not the type of pitcher, though, that you play much hit and run with, because batters swing through a lot of pitches. He leads the league in strikeouts.
Fella had 18 strikeouts in the game, and another Dodger pitcher I recall had 18 strikeouts against a pretty good ball club, Sandy Koufax, against the Giants of McCovey, Mays, and that bunch.
Up and in, it's a full count. You're going to send Dykstra?
Oh, sure.
Even though this guy is a strikeout pitcher?
Sure.
Okay. We'll see.
And steal a base, even if Dutch strikes out, and Dutch may walk, he may hit one.
There goes Dykstra, line drive foul, right field side. Dalton hit it well, but foul. See by the Dodger notes that my former basketball broadcast partner, now vice president of the Dodgers, Tommy Hawkins, will be inducted into the Chicago Sports Hall of Fame in November. The Hawkman, a good basketball player for Notre Dame and later in the pros. A full count to Darren Dalton. Lenny going again, and that's slammed to right center field. Cut off nicely by Javier. Dykstra will have to hold at third. Dalton at first with a single, and the Phillies have runners at first and third, and nobody out.
Dalton came within a whisker of getting that ball into the hole out there. Now, Von Hayes here is a very key hitter in this inning, because Martinez can strike out a lot of batters.
Von Hayes has had good lifetime success against Martinez, 4 for 8, including 2 home runs. On the other hand, the on-deck man, Dale Murphy, has had only 1 hit and 13 tries against Martinez. So Bond is a key man here. 1 ball and no strikes to Hayes. 1-0 Dodgers, but the Phillies have runners at first and third and nobody out here in the first. That should be deep enough to score the run. Gonzalez makes the catch. Dykstra will waltz home. Sacrifice fly for Von Hayes. He knocks in his 62nd run, and we are tied at 1-1. That'll bring up Dale Murphy. Murphy batting .234, hit his 19th home run of the year here last night. He's knocked in 70. Murph with an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .294 in the last 8. Fastball up and in. This fellow probably has about as alive a fastball as there is in the league.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, Harry, and I was trying to figure out if he was next to him or around him. Gooden maybe on his better days.
Broken bat Flair. That's a base hit. Dalton will hold at second base. Murphy breaks his bat but singles to right center. He's hit safely now in 9 straight games. He shakes his head, but he'll take it.
Yep, you can always get a bat. Can't always get a hit. That's right off the end of the bat. Tommy Lasorda. Bill Russell positioning the field. He's in touch with the eye in the sky up here. The Dodgers former catcher Joe Ferguson handles that job.
John Kruk batting at .281, takes one low and away for a ball. 1-0.
Phillies have never had an eye in the sky that I know of. I'm not sure how much good that guy does, but more clubs are using them. Put a person up here in the press box.
Kruk beats a foul first base side. Dodgers play him around to the opposite field, but Kruk the last several weeks really has been pulling everything. Dodgers play him the way he certainly has hit in his career, but for some reason the last 2 or 3 weeks Kruk is hitting the ball to right.
I think he just felt the defenses were stacking against him too much.
He's a little more closed than he used to be. He's still open, but not as drastically as he used to be. 2 balls and a strike. E.B. Brooks is way off the line in right field. If Kruk could hit it over the head of Eddie Murray, he could run all night. Pops the foul back and out of play. 2-2 the count to Kruk. Kruk hitting .321 this year at Veterans Stadium. Tied at 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Phillies have 2 men on base, 1 out. It straight back, still 2-2.
Gave him a good pitch to hit there. Hard fastball right through there. He hasn't been able to get his breaking ball over yet. I don't think many hitters ever even look for his breaking ball.
He towers the ball to left center field. Javier, the center fielder, there. Kruk is out, 2 down. It'll bring up Tom Herr. Herr hitting at .264.
Number 28, second baseman, Tom Herr.
Tom lifetime 3 for 8 off Ramon Martinez. Oakland beat Kansas City today 6-5. Scoring a run in the bottom of the 9th. Oakland picking up Willie McGee and Harold Baines for the stretch drive. Well, that's a couple of pretty good hitters to add to their already potent arsenal.
Might not need those two even. Probably wouldn't.
Threw the fastball by him, 0-2. Darren Dalton at second. Dale Murphy at first with 2 outs. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Tom Herr with 2 on and 2 out. 1 run across, tied at 1-1 here in the first. Two and 2. Loops a foul down the third base side. Still 2 and 2 to Tom Herr. Two balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2 men on base. That's upstairs. It's a full count. The runners will be taking off with 2 outs. Charlie Hayes waiting on deck. Phillies off to a pretty good start against Martinez. Opposing batters hitting just .220 off him. That's second best in the league. Only behind Sid Fernandez, who's pitching tonight at Shea. Opponents hitting .209 off El Cid. He walked him to load the bases. So the Phillies have him loaded with 2 outs for Charlie Hayes. Ron Peronowski coming out to talk to Martinez. Charlie Hayes used to face this fella in the Coast League while he was playing for Phoenix and Martinez at Albuquerque, and Charlie used to wear him out.
Charlie's a fastball hitter, and he'll see some.
This year, Charlie is 1 for 6 off Martinez. It was a home run.
Martinez has been almost a 1-pitch pitcher in this first inning. He did try a couple of breaking balls early. Didn't get him anywhere near the strike zone, and he's kind of been behind on some counts. So he's trying to stay even on counts, and so he's gone to his fastball almost exclusively.
Started him
ball.
with a breaking ball. Checked his swing, 1-0.
Now Charlie can look for that hummer now.
He should get it. Ground ball to second baseman Juan Samuel, and that will retire the side. Phillies tied the game with a run on 3 hits, no errors, lead and loaded. At the end of 1, it's Phil's 1, Los Angeles 1. At the nuclear power plant and becomes an anti-nuclear activist on The Simpsons tomorrow night at 8 on Fox 29. Well, those 2 youngsters that look great in a warm-up jacket, and that's what the Phils are giving out to all youngsters 14 and under on Sunday when the Phils take on the Padres. Phil's red warm-up jacket with script logo in white. Zipper front and a cotton collar. It's compliments of Mountain Dew Sport. Warm-up jackets for all youngsters. Plan to be on hand Sunday. The Phils and the Padres 1:35. For tickets, call 463-1000. 1 strike to Hubie Brooks, who has had a torrid series here. He is 6 out of 8 in the first 2 games. Lifetime against Combs, 6 for 10 with 2 homers. Just missing with a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Hubie in August is hitting .357. He has really been hot. Slams a foul past Joey Amalfitano down the third base line. One ball and 2 strikes to Hubie Brooks. Good breaking ball, struck him out. First strikeout for Pat Combs, 1 down here in the second. And the batter will be Mike Socia. Here's the breaking ball.
Yeah, Hubie's
curveball.
Torn the Phillies apart in this series. Good pitch there by Pat.
It'll bring up Mike Socia. He's hitting at .269. 1 strike to Socia. San Diego moving in tomorrow night. 4-game series with the Padres. Single game tomorrow night. Twilight doubleheader on Saturday. Single game on Sunday. Missing, it's 1-1. That's a base hit to right field out of the reach of a diving John Kruk. Hit number 2 for the Dodgers off Combs, and that'll bring up Juan Samuel.
Mike Socia, playing against the left-hander, hit the breaking ball, and he's had a good series.
Here's Samuel hitting at .217. Sammy, despite limited playing time now, is still among the leaders in stolen bases with 35. 1 strike to him. In the dirt, blocked by Dalton. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball game. We're playing in the second here at Veterans Stadium. Outside corner with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Samuel did not like the call by Dutch Renner. Here it is.
Yeah, it was low, probably outside.
Yeah, that's Sammy is not real selective, but when he takes a pitch like that,
he recognizes those bad pitches when he takes them, not so much when he swings.
Fastball up to him. It's 2-2. In the dirt, a full count. 3-2. On deck is Alfredo Griffin. Socha at first with one out. Walked him with a 3-2 breaking ball. So the Dodgers have two men on base with one out for Alfredo Griffin. Griffin hitting .220. He's been struggling lately. 167 in his last 23 games. Lifetime, he's been a tough hitter against Combs. 3 for 5 lifetime. Two men on base with one out. Line away for a ball, 1-0. Inside with a fastball. Again, Combs' control puts him in the hole, 2-0. Alfredo helped him there. It was ball 3, but he chased it.
Did he ever help him? It's up there around his neck. Glaive out now, wants to talk to Pat Combs. See, Leiva, even though Griffin swung at that pitch, knows that it should have been 3-0. And you know, he's worried about. I think he's worried about Combs' approach here, his thinking, more than his stuff.
Two balls and a strike to Alfredo Griffin. Line drive foul. 2-2. Mike Socha, the runner at second. Juan Samuel at first with one out. Chased the bad breaking ball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Combs as Griffin went after a bad pitch again.
Griffin might have had one strike in that whole series of pitches. Certainly not this one, the breaking ball in the dirt. That really helps a pitcher who's struggling for control.
They'll bring on Ramon Martinez, the pitcher. He's hitting at .095. He has driven in 4 runs. One strike to Ramon Martinez. Mets have taken a 2-0 lead over San Francisco at Shea Stadium at the end of 1 inning. Pittsburgh idle tonight. The Mets could move to within a game and a half of the Bucks. Missing with a breaking ball. It's 1-1. He fouls at third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ramon Martinez. Fastball inside to him, 2-2. Chicago White Sox beat Minnesota 4-3 this afternoon on an inside the park grand slam by Ron Karkovice. Missing. A full count to Ramon Martinez.
Not throwing the ball where he wants it. Well, he had Martinez buried in the count, and now he has to throw a pitch over.
He didn't. He walked him to load the bases. So the Dodgers have the bases loaded on the walk to pitcher Ramon Martinez. 2 outs, and the batter is Stan Javier, who tripled his first time up and scored the Dodger run. Just missed with that one. It's a foul out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Stan Javier. Bases loaded with the Dodgers. 2 outs here in the second. The outside corner with that one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Stan Javier. Missed way outside. 2-2. Looks like Combs is trying to make perfect pitches instead of just trying to make good pitches.
He doesn't want to go 3-2.
Still 2-2.
He's been away with almost everything on Javier. I think a good pitcher would be to bust one inside corner if he could get it there.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Javier. He fouls that one out of play. It's still 2-2. Javier, son of Julian Javier, came over from Oakland. Early in the season for Willie Randolph. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was close. Very, very close.
Just missed with it.
One of those borderline low pitches. If the umpire gives it to you, you take it, and if he doesn't, a little low, but close. Tough to take.
Full count with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Hit in the air to right center. Lenny Dykstra there will make the catch, and that will retire the side. For the Dodgers in the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Phillies 1, Los Angeles 1. Bottom half of the second inning, we're tied at 1-1. Dickie Thon will lead it off for the Phils. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For over 50 years, managing health with care. In 1952, the Philadelphia Athletics had the Rookie of the Year, the most valuable player, and the batting champ. Rookie of the Year was Harry Bird, the most valuable player Bobby Shantz, and the batting champ Ferris Fain. That very next
year, I knew
year,
all those answers. All right.
Very next year, 1953, the Brooklyn Dodgers accomplished that same feat. Can you name the Dodgers in '53 who won Rookie of the Year, MVP, and a batting crown?
Batting for the Phillies, number 21, shortstop Dickie Thon.
Dickie Thon leads off for the Phils, hitting at .267. Martinez misses with a fastball. On one hop to the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. Thon is retired. And I will bring up Pat Combs. Combs batting at 111.
Number 38, pitcher Pat Combs.
St. Louis and Atlanta are tied 1-1 at Fulton County Stadium. They're in the third inning. Mets now in the third, shutting out San Francisco 2-0. One strike to Pat Combs. Breaking ball for a strike. Combs in the hole, 0-2. Got Wood on it, fouled it off, still 0-2. Really a defensive swing, and that had he not hit it, it might have hit him. Still 0-2 to Pat Combs. Struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Martinez. Number 189 this season, ties him with Roger Clemens for the major league lead in strikeouts. And it'll bring up Lenny Dykstra, who singled and scored a run his first time up.
Phillies center fielder Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny has scored 91 runs. He's third in the league in that department. Leads the league in on-base percentage, tied for the league lead in walks, tied for the league lead in doubles. 1 ball and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Beats it foul. Fielded by John Vukovich.
Dykstra's played pepper with Eddie Murray in this series. Hit some balls hard, most of them at Murray. Finally got one by him his first time up.
Pass Mike Sharperson into left field for a base hit. So he got a pitch away from him, and he went that way. His second straight hit. Lenny, a 2-out base runner for Darren Dalton.
I believe that was a changeup that Lenny kind of double clutched on, and good wood on it. Past Sharperson. He was fooled on the pitch, but he was able to punch it the other way.
Dalton singled his first time up. Missing a little bit wide, 1-0. Tied at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the second.
Then he ought to try to steal a base here.
Dalton lost it high in the air down the left field line.
Oh!
And everybody lets it go, and here comes Dykstra. Here's Gonzalez throw. He's out at home plate. The Phillies gambled, but Gonzalez got to the ball in a hurry and made a strong throw to Mike Scioscia, and that'll retire the side. The ball should have been caught. It'll probably be scored, I guess, a looping double. Dykstra thrown out by Jose Gonzalez on a good throw by Gonzalez. For the Phils, no runs. 2 hits, I assume, but we'll have to wait for the official scoring. No errors and 1 left. At the end of 2, Phillies 1, Los Angeles 1. Thursday, September 6th is Police Athletic League night here at the ballpark. Fox 29's own Carl Churkin will be a softball team captain. Lee McCarthy will serve as MC. Game time 6:10 prior to the Phil's Chicago game. Jose Gonzalez will lead off for Los Angeles. He had a sacrifice fly his first time up. 1 strike to Gonzalez. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, for over 50 years managing health with care. In '52, the A's had the Rookie of the Year, the most valuable player in the batting champ. The following year, in '53, the Brooklyn Dodgers accomplished that same feat. Can you name the '53 Dodger who was Rookie of the Year, MVP, and batting champ?
How about that Rookie of the Year, Jim Gilliam?
That is correct. Jim Gilliam was the Rookie of the Year. MVP?
MVP, how about Campy?
That is also correct. Roy Campanella was the MVP that year. Now the tough one, the batting champ.
That is a tough one. It wasn't the Duke.
No, it was
It
not.
wasn't Campy.
No.
It wasn't Pee Wee.
No. Two and 2 to Gonzalez.
Either had to be Jackie or Carl Furillo.
Just out of the reach of Dickie Thon. That'll be a base hit for Gonzalez. Hit number 3 for the Dodgers.
Got that big old looping curveball and just past Dickie Thon's outstretched glove. Now Griffin stopped on this ball. So did Sharperson. Well, they all did. I think it was a shortstop's ball. Gonzalez made a great throw.
Previous inning, and Lenny Dykstra nailed at the plate as Gonzalez made a fine throw. Sharperson bunts the ball. Dalton rifles to second. He had time, and they get the 4s. Gonzalez must have not been able to get a good jump at all because he was a long way from the bag at second base. Sharperson safe at first on a fielder's choice. I think Dalton was surprised to see.
Ball took a bad bounce there in front of home plate. It looked like it hit a clod or something and straightened out. Made it an easy play for Dalton.
Here's Eddie Murray. He grounded out on a fine play by John Kruk his first time up. Batting champ, who will it be?
Well,
Jackie or Carl Furillo?
Well, I think Furillo won 1 year.
Yep.
That had to be the year.
That is correct.
All right.
Carl Furillo. Dodgers had that same triple in 1949 when Don Newcomb was the Rookie of the Year. Jackie Robinson was both the batting champ and MVP. 2-0 here to Eddie Murray. Three and 0. Murray might have a green light here.
That early Dodgers team, early 50s Dodger team, the best team I've ever seen. 4 of those players are in the Hall of Fame, and there will be a 5th when Gil Hodges goes in.
Is Pee Wee in the Hall of Fame?
Pee Wee's in the Hall of Fame. Campy, Jackie Robinson, Duke Snyder.
I didn't think Pee Wee Reese was in the Hall of Fame.
Pee Wee is in the Hall of Fame, Harry. He went in the Veterans Committee about 3 years ago.
Did he? 3 and 1. Mike Sharperson at first base with 1 out. We're in the 3rd, tied at 1-1. Three balls and a strike to Eddie Murray. Runner breaking, but he skies it in the air to shallow right. Dale Murphy coming on. Eddie Murray's retired. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Hubie Brooks. Brooks struck out his first time up. Pat Combs, who went to Baylor University, says those Baylor Bears are all primed for the Cornhuskers on Saturday, Whitey.
Hey, that game worries me. Although I would take a friendly wager, just, you know, pique your interest. Probably give you about 45 points.
Hubie Brooks struck out his first time up, and he fouls it out of play. 0-1. We're in the 3rd. We're tied at 1. Phillies with 5 hits, Dodgers with 3. Both teams have had a lot of scoring opportunities. Each team getting runs on sacrifice flies. Good pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. He got Hubie his first time up with a curveball. See what he tries here. Tried a breaking ball. He missed high with it. 1-2.
He's been just wild enough where he's been in trouble, but just wild enough also so the hitters can't seem to lock in on anything.
A high chop up the middle, fielded by Thon. He rifles, and he got him on a bang-bang play. That will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Phils 1, Dodgers 1. Phillies 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Dodgers 1 run, 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd and travel arranged through U.S. Air, offering nonstop wide-body service every day between Philadelphia and Los Angeles. U.S. Air, America's most frequent flyer.
Batting for the Phillies, left fielder Von Hayes.
Von Hayes leads off for the Phils here in the bottom of the 3rd. Breaking ball is over for a strike. 1-1 the count to Von Hayes.
Disgusting, Harry.
The cigar sent to me by Rich Levin of Holt's Tobacconist. It is an Ashton, one of the finest made. It's an extra inning cigar, Whitey, or a rain delay cigar.
Should have had that last night. You're gonna get mail, Harry.
It's hard to draw. Hard to draw. That's a big guy. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul back and out of play. Balls and 2 strikes to Hayes, and he fouls another one out of play. Still 2-2. Tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Broken bat flare that Samuel will field. The barrel of the bat went almost as far as the ball. Eddie Murray picks up the barrel. Samuel picks up the ball. 1 down, and the batter will be Dale Murphy.
That was a good bat, too. I have a moment of silence for that bat. I was looking at his game bat before the game, and that bat really had good wood in it. Rest in peace.
Yep, that bat's history. Dale Murphy looped a single over Samuel's head his first time up. He fouls it straight back. One ball and 1 strike to Murphy. Tied at 1 here in the 3rd. Breaking ball. This guy should win a lot of games in his major league career. Only 22. He's already won as many games as his years. Check swing foul.
I think he gives his breaking ball away. It would appear you can pick it up. He humps a little bit on it. I don't know whether hitters can see that or not, or maybe I'm not seeing it right, but you especially see it on that center field camera. He doesn't throw it the way he throws his fastball.
Now Murphy slams a single up the middle, so Murphy is 2 for 2. Guy that had given Murph trouble, just 1 for 13 coming into the game. That's the Phillies' 6th hit already off Martinez. Opposing hitters hitting just .220 against him, but the Phils have jumped on him pretty well.
A lot of times you'll know what a pitcher's throwing or what he's going to throw and still won't do you any good.
Here's John Kruk. He skied to center his first time up.
Phillies faced a pitcher, a Cardinal pitcher by the name of Louis Arroyo years ago. They knew every pitch he was throwing, and he pitched a one-hitter. An infield hit was all they got.
In the hole to right field, Dale Murphy will head for third. And the Phillies have runners at first and third on a single by Kruk, who again pulls the ball.
Kruk is just getting the head of the bat out there better on those pitches. He is quite a ways off the plate. See, he just flung the head out there, and it's what you have to do. Usually when, he hits everything to the opposite field so often and that's because he drags the head of the bat through the strike zone. But on that particular pitch, he really slung it out there.
Here's Tom Herr. In the hole, a base hit to left field. Murphy scores. Phillies lead it 2-1 on the RBI single by Herr. Tom drives in his 50th run of the year.
That was a piece of good hitting by Herr. He just stroked the ball that was out there, and he just laid the head out there. Hit it right where it was pitched. Didn't try to pull it. Didn't try to do too much with it.
Phillies now have 8 hits off Ramon Martinez. We're just in the third, and the batter Charlie Hayes again with a chance to do some damage. This is the breaking ball, swinging fastball. Charlie grounded out with the bases loaded his first time up.
That wasn't a very good breaking ball. It was up, but when you're looking fastball,
he got a fastball and he beats it foul, and he's in the hole 0-2. Don C is the right-hander. Dave Walsh, the left-hander, and Dodger bullpen. Softly to shortstop. They get one. The relay will not be in time for the double play. Herr's forced at second. Bruck moves to third. Charlie Hayes at first on a fielder's choice. And with 2 outs, it'll bring up Dickie Thon.
Well, it wasn't hit that hard. Charlie Hayes did get down the line in a hurry.
To the shortstop, Dickie Thon.
Dickie Thon grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Phillies lead 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third. Laid off the high pitch, 1-0. Missed the off-speed pitch, 1-1.
That was way up high also. I think he likes the high pitch, but it's the high fastball he likes.
Slams a high breaking ball, foul to left field.
Hung that one.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Kind of threw him 3 straight pitches up there and almost threw him 1 too many.
Bouncing ball to Griffin. Griffin to Somwell for the force on Hayes. That'll retire the side. Phillies take the lead with a run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Andy Musser comes along in the 4th. At the end of 3, it's 2-1 Phils.
Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it. Bell of Pennsylvania, a Bell Atlantic company, and by your local Dodge dealer, where the spirit always shows. Andy Musser, 4th inning baseball. Andy.
Okay, Rich, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Phillies. This is Mike Scioscia leading off for the Dodgers. Scioscia 1 for 1 tonight, single into right field. Here the count on Mike is 2 balls and 1 strike. What a nice job he's done for Los Angeles, batting .271. Has driven in runs in both previous games in this series, including a home run last night. Combs falls behind him 3-1. That's another one of the no-nos. As soon as you get a 1-run lead, to come out and walk the leadoff batter is something that is not appreciated.
He got a quick strike on Mike Scioscia, then missed badly on 4 straight pitches. He said his last start, where the Giants nailed him for 8 runs in the 2nd inning, that he just couldn't find his rhythm, and I don't think he's found it tonight either. He's missing too far.
And I think Ramon Martinez might say the same thing. So it's kind of surprising that we're in a 2-1 game at this point. Samuel also walked his only time up there.
See, those pitches aren't even close. They don't tempt the hitter. Now the Dodgers are a bunch of wild swingers for the most part, and they'll go after borderline stuff. But outside of Alfredo Griffin in that at bat, none of them are chasing the real bad pitches. See, those are a foot out of the strike zone.
Darrell Knowles emerging from the dugout. He has not been to the mound tonight. Nick Leyva was out once, but this is Knowles' first trip out there to talk with his young pitcher. Well, we want to send our very best along to John McGuckin of Media, Pennsylvania. He recently had a hip transplant, but he's home recuperating right now. And John and Joan getting along just fine. It's been a struggle for Combs, as Whitey mentioned, and he has pitched out of a lot of trouble this evening. The Dodgers have left 4 men on base. And you must also say that this is a disciplined at bat for Samuel, who is known to swing at pitches out of the strike zone, but he realizes that Combs is missing, and so he's going to make him throw a strike. 3-0.
Not even close. He threw one close pitch there that could have been a strike, but that's the trouble also when you get wild. The umpire won't give you the borderline pitches. When's the last time you saw Juan Samuel walk twice in one game?
Good question. And the Phillies are going to get busy in the bullpen. Ackerfelds will get up.
If he walks this guy, then he's really wild.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, here's the one guy who did help him out. Griffin struck out in his only at bat.
Not even close. You got to get him close.
Darren Dalton will go to talk to him. We'll see what kind of a pitching coach Dalton can be here, because he's had the one official visit, and the next time you got to take him out. Phillies are ahead 2-1, but struggling in the 4th. Combs has walked the first 2 hitters. Griffin is a free swinger. Again, not close. 2-0. The pitcher batting next. There's a strike. The old Bronx cheer goes up for Combs here. Two and one. The Phillies and the Dodgers have been involved in some games where there have been some big innings. And the Phillies want to make sure they stay out of one here. Dodgers posted one last night. Griffin was tempted, but he didn't go for it. and that makes it 3-1. Ramon Martinez waits. Nosey wants to know how soon.
Well, if he loses Griffin, I think he's out of there, even though the next batter is a left-hand batter.
Knocked down by Charlie Hayes. He's got to play at third base for an out. Charlie stopped it and got an out of it.
I'll never understand. This is a 3-1 pitch. I'm not even sure it was a strike. Charlie almost caught it in the air, but he kept the ball under him there. I can't understand. You walk 2 batters in a row. You go miss badly to go 3-1 on the next batter, the third batter. And Griffin swings maybe at ball 4. That might keep Combs in the ball game. If he can get this hitter out, the pitcher.
Or conceivably even get 2 outs out of this. Martinez is around to bunt. Ball 1. Martinez is a good bunter. He has sacrificed 8 times.
I think he had a strike there, but he didn't get it. Dalton may have raised up a little too soon and blocked the home plate umpire, Dutch runner. That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Martinez, a defensive bunt. That ball was riding in on him.
Thought it hit the bat.
I thought it did too, but they're going to give him the base. He had the bat out after it. He bunted at that ball, and here comes Nick Leyba, and that's going to do it for Pat Combs as the bases are loaded.
That just shows how wild Pat is tonight. I mean, he's got a pitcher bunting. All he has to do is get it near the strike zone and threw it right at Martinez. Didn't want to, of course. Now watch this ball. He's up there to bunt. Pitch was right at him. I thought that hit between his hands. Maybe not. Look at it again. No, hit his hand. Hit his bottom hand. It's a good thing it didn't hit his front hand. That was his throwing hand.
Ackerfelds is coming on for the Phillies. We have a pitching change at Veterans Stadium. Phillies lead it 2-1. We'll be right back. Ackerfeld's 4-1, 3 saves, and a 3.55 earned run average. He's in a very difficult spot here. Bases loaded, 1 out, but if he can preserve the lead, he has a chance to be the winning pitcher because the Phillies are ahead 2-1, and Combs did not go far enough to qualify for the win. But Ackerfelds has to keep the game in the Phillies' favor at this point. He will be facing the top part of the lineup now. Stan Javier, the leadoff man. Javier tripled as a right-handed batter off Combs. Now he'll bat left-handed. Javier a triple in 2 at-bats. Dodger runners are Somwell at second and Griffin at first. Beg your pardon, Somwell at third base, Griffin at second base, and the bases are loaded with Martinez at first. Ball 1 on Javier. Javier a higher average from the other side of the plate. Dodgers left them loaded earlier tonight, and they have stranded 4 for the game. They have them loaded here.
Nobody can throw a strike tonight. Dodgers have only laid the bat on the ball 1 time in this inning, and the Phillies got an out. You can't field those bases on balls.
There's a strike. It's a few strikes that the fans are cheering on every one here. Ackerfeld's joining the Phillies in the late stages of spring training has done a pretty good job for the Phillies, but he's struggled really with his control all year long. Gets a fastball by Javier. It's 2-2.
Probably a ball also. Now he needs that good knuckle curve, and he has to throw it, close to a strike. Try to get a strikeout.
On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Yes! Ackerfeld gets a ground ball double play, and the lead is preserved. No runs, no hits, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies still ahead 2-1. Sunday, September 9th, when the Phillies are home playing the Mets at 1:35, a free souvenir red and white batting helmet with the Phillies P logo for children 14 and under. Compliments of Campbell Soups. Get your tickets easily by phone. Call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at First Pennsylvania Bank Center Square. We got, what is that, about 5/6 of a moon here tonight, something like that. Darrell Ackerfelds is going to bat to lead off the inning for the Phillies. Ackerfelds is 1 for 5 as a hitter this year. Phillies ahead 2-1. Ackerfelds came in and did the job. He got that ground ball double play. One and two. Ramon Martinez has also struggled tonight. The Phillies have left 6 on base.
And he's only struck out 1. About to strike out his second one, I think.
You called it, and so did Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch called it. It was a little outside.
Now Lenny Dykstra, 2 out of 2 this evening. Lenny has singled twice and has scored one of the Phillies' runs. He was also thrown out at the plate by Gonzalez from left field.
Phillies center fielder, Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny has hiked his average to .342. Each hit has meant a point for him tonight. Kirk Gibson getting the night off. Tommy's got a lot of left-handed bats on that bench if he wants them. He's got Chris Gwynn, who homered twice last night. He's got Lenny Harris and Cal Daniels if he's well enough to play. Samuel fields the ground ball slapped by Dykstra. He is out. 2 down in the inning. And there's the man of the hour last night, Chris Gwynn, Tony's little brother. What a night he had. His first Major League Grand Slam, his first Major League 2 home run game.
I want to let this game interfere with getting his rest. And Cal Daniels sitting there, relaxing.
Single and double for Dalton. The double was a gift. Should have been caught by either Sharperson or Griffin in shallow left field. It was a pop-up.
Daniels, I think, is still on a day-to-day basis with that injury, but I suppose he could hit.
I wonder, he hurt himself at the plate, and it's his lower back. That's tough. Dalton flies down the right field line. It's a foul ball, and it will be out of play. Well, our good friend Medio DeMarco, the peach impresario from Hamilton, New Jersey, sent a supply to the booth tonight. Huge ones, too. Must be the heart of the season. Actually, I think the season is coming toward a close. Medio has been very generous. As always, we thank you, Medio. Perfect timing, too. I ate a banana this morning on my cereal. I hate that in August. Ground foul.
I guess he doesn't raise that nice Jersey sweet corn, does he?
Don't believe he's in the corn business, no. He was in the blueberry business at one time and has concentrated his efforts on the peaches. Two and two. Dalton lays off. Full count on Darren. Martinez is trying for his first perfect inning in the game. Lost him. Darren is on for the third straight time. 2 hits and a walk. Martinez issuing his second free pass, and now we'll have to face Von Hayes. Tommy, those walks give you a headache when you're a skipper.
One of the all-time great storytellers, Tom Lasorda.
Von Hayes has driven in a run on a sacrifice fly, broke a bat, and hit a humpback liner to second. Strike one. Yeah, and he's got a story in every conceivable category, doesn't he? One ball, one strike on Vaughn. Hayes has hurt Martinez. He's 4 out of 9 lifetime, including 2 home runs, one of which was hit this year.
Tommy Lasorda won 20 games at Montreal when Montreal was in the minor leagues. I think it was in 53.
Samuel backs up, makes the play. So Hayes grounds out to win the Phillies' 4th. No runs, no hits. They leave one. And through 4 tonight, the Phillies maintain their 2-1 lead. Get more than a traditional look at the Eagles. Join Carl Churkin for an innovative look at the Eagles' attitudes and expectations, both past and present, on Eagles 90. Ticket to Tampa, Thursday, September 6th at 7:30 on Fox 29. Early September, the Cubs, Mets, and Pirates are all headed for Philadelphia. There's a look at that schedule. The Cubs are first, then the Mets for a weekend series, including batting helmet day, and then the Pirates for 2. There's the phone number for your tickets, 463-1000. The 5th inning here at Veterans Stadium, 2-1 Phillies. Good night for Jose Gonzalez. He has driven in a run on a sacrifice fly. He has singled, and he's thrown out a runner at the plate. Gonzalez starting just his 12th game of the year. Facing Ackerfelds for the first time, Darrell came in to get the ground ball double play to win the 4th, and now he stays in. Pat Combs struggled tonight, and he cannot be the winner. Strike 2. On the ground for the hole, Charlie Hayes deflects it, and that'll be a hit for Gonzalez. He's going to try for 2. He's got it.
I think Charlie might get an error on that ball. It was a little bit of a move for him, but he was there. We'll see. High bouncer. He just kind of knocks that off the heel and in the shallow left, where Gonzalez taking the extra base.
Gave him a double, Whitey. Mike Sharperson now the batter. He is 0 for 2. Tried to bunt for a hit last time and bunted into a fielder's choice. Sharperson promoted to the number 3 hole in this ball game. He's been batting 7th the last couple of nights. Outside, it's 2 balls and no strikes on Sharperson. Murray to follow. Now, the Dodgers have been winning quite a few of their games. They have the best record since the All-Star break, and 11 of their last 15. But during that span, their team batting average is only .235. So it's been pitching more than hitting during this recent successful streak for the Dodgers. 2-1. Ackerfeld's in middle relief, and a chance to be the winning pitcher if he hangs on to this lead.
Telling you about Tommy Lasorda's 20-game win year at Montreal. They were a AAA farm team of the Brooklyn Dodgers at that time. And Al Campanis told him he was going to have to go back to the minor leagues. That they were either going to keep him or a young pitcher by the name of Sandy Koufax. So I guess they kept the right one.
I guess they did. I also believe they got the right one managing them now, too. Howard Johnson has hit a 3-run home run for the Mets in the 5th inning. That's his 20th of the year. And they are running over the Giants. It had been 4-0, so it's at least 7-0. Ackerfeld's found the corner. Sharperson didn't think so.
Yeah, it was a little outside. It wasn't after Dutch pulled it in.
We've got the Dutch and Dutch show back at the plate.
33.
Dalton and Renard. Slapped on the ground to third. It is a foul ball. Gonzalez at second. Still no outs here in the Dodger 5th. Dodgers trying to string together their 5th straight win. It's a mark of a good team that, as you said in the opening tonight, can recover from that devastating loss the Phillies pinned on them last Wednesday. Or last Tuesday, really, and come back and play the way they have since. Dodgers go to Montreal for a series over the weekend, whereas the Padres come in here. The Padres already in Philadelphia. They're enjoying a day off. Some of them out on the town, others glued to their television sets. Talked to my buddy Bob Chandler, Padre broadcaster today. He said he was going out for an early dinner on South Street, and then he'd be hanging on our every word. Now this time Sharperson can't resist saying something to Dutch.
Yeah, he thinks he got 2 bad calls, and I think he did. See, this is a pitch that's outside. It's fairly close. Al Barlick used to say, the old National League umpire who's in the Hall of Fame, say it's close enough to call or close enough to hit. Well, sometimes that's true.
Now Murray has grounded to first and flied to right. That's the first out. Phillies ahead 2-1 in the 5th.
really takes a hack at that high pitch. Haven't seen him hit one yet. I'd kind of like to see him hit one sometime just to see how far he'd hit it, because he really takes a hard swing.
That's a strike, and look out. Well, that ball almost sailed to center field. Pond had to backtrack to get it.
Murray's telling Dutch Renner, now just because I swing at that high one doesn't necessarily mean it's a strike. They don't call that pitch very often, strike.
Nevertheless, it's no balls and 2 strikes on Eddie. That missed, 1-2. Tomorrow night, the Padres are going to start Dennis Rasmussen. He has been struggling lately, 1-9 in his last 11 starts. Terry Mulholland will be the Phillies pitcher here tomorrow night. Foul away. Start of a 4-game series, Twine-Nighter on Saturday. And the windup on Sunday, the Phillies' last game against a Western opponent this year. Phillies in Pittsburgh on Labor Day for a quick 2-game series, but then right back to the vet on Wednesday. And Phillies in the midst now of playing 14 of 16 games here at home. Slaps it to right field. The Dodgers are going to try to tie it, and they do. It's a 2-2 game as Murray drives in the tying run.
'77th RBI. That was the knuckle curve, and it dropped in over the plate.
2-2 tie, 5th inning. Now the batter, Hubie Brooks. He hasn't done anything tonight, but Hubie's having a great series. He came into the game 6 for 8 in the series. Tonight he has struck out and grounded out. A guy who has always loved to hit in this park. Hubie winding up his first year in a Dodger uniform. On the ground right side, it goes through. Brooks has another hit, his 7th hit of the series. Murray stops at second base, 2 on with 1 out.
Nice hitting by Hubie Brooks. He said before the game, when he's hitting well, he's waiting on the ball, and what he did there, he waited and hit the ball out away from him, right through the middle of that hole.
Darrell Knowles back on the phone again to get the bullpen up. Mike Scioscia will bat, and Mike has singled and walked tonight. This time it's going to be left-hander Don Carmen. Two on with 1 out. Scioscia takes a strike. Johnny Gotze here in the ball game tonight, enjoying things and rooting for the Phillies, who are tied with the Dodgers 2-2. Strike. Mike Scioscia from the area, as you folks know by now, and it's hard to believe, but this is his 10th year in the National League.
Blocks the plate better than anybody in the league.
High fly to right field. Let's see if Eddie Murray moves from second to third. He's not going to, because Murphy is relatively shallow. And that's the second out. So the runners stay where they are, and Juan Samuel will bat. And believe it or not, Juan has walked both times tonight. Samuel had walked only 42 times all year in 115 games. 2 walks for him tonight. .217 is Samuel's average. Juan is starting games now only against left-handed pitching. Ackerfeld was the answer last inning as he got that ground ball double play to finish it off when the Dodgers had the bases loaded. In this inning, he has given up the tying run. Strike, 1-2.
That knuckle curveball that dropped down a little bit. That would have been low. It was close.
Ackerfeld finishes him off. His second strikeout. Dodgers get a run. 3 hits. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-2 tie. Checking the scoring in this game. Both teams scored on sacrifice flies in the first inning. The Phillies got one. The Dodgers scored first on Javier's triple and then the sacrifice fly by Gonzalez. The Phillies came back on the sacrifice fly by Von Hayes. The Phillies took the lead in the 3rd inning on the single by Tommy Herr. And Eddie Murray's RBI single in the 5th inning delivered the Dodgers' tying run. Dale Murphy leads off the inning. Here's a very high pop-up. Foul wide of third base. Over to make the play is Sharperson. 1 out. Now the hitter is John Kruk. Kruk has singled to right field and flied to center. He's 1 for 2.
John Kruk.
Look at the way Kruk's standing there. You know he doesn't like it. He didn't have to really say much. But he is checking with Dutch. The thing with a guy like Vernon is all the players like him so much that even if he makes a call they disagree with, they're not going to really argue with Dutch. I mean, don't tell that to Lou Piniella. Dutch was the umpire when Piniella heaved first base into the outfield. A very well-liked veteran umpire. Well, that's a nice play by Javier because that ball was bending away from him. But he makes the catch.
And they were playing him right here. They played him to hit to the opposite field, and Javier had a good jump on it.
Now batting for the Phillies, second
2 out. Here's Tommy Herr. He delivered the Phillies' second run of the ball game with a single in the 3rd inning. He's walked and singled tonight. Tommy has played very steady baseball for the Phillies this year. Ramon Martinez bearing in on him. 2-0. Here's the National League strikeout leader. Look at this pitch.
Lucky to get out of the way of that.
Right out his legs. Three balls, no strikes on her. On the right side, Murray is there and needs Martinez and gets him. Martinez has put the Phillies down in order for the first time in this game. At the end of 5 innings tonight, we are tied 2-2. Back here at Veterans Stadium, we've played 5 innings. There goes the fanatic. He's got his Dodger dummy out there again tonight. He kind of retired that for a while, but he brought it back into action here this evening. I don't believe Tommy cares for that too much.
Went out after him last year.
And Tommy not reacting well to that. The new mellow Lasorda. Alfredo Griffin leads off the Dodgers' 6th. He is struck out and grounded out. Base hit for him. Murphy hustles over to get it. Alfredo takes the turn, stays there. Look at Murphy's throw. Good thing Alfredo Griffin wasn't greedy.
Yeah, that was pretty, because he had to make a full turn here.
This is the 2nd inning in a row the Dodgers have started their inning with a hit.
Made the turn and gunned it to a strike to second base.
Now the batter is Ramon Martinez, the pitcher who has walked and been hit by a pitch. They're looking for a sacrifice. He gets it down. Fielded by Charlie Hayes, who throws over to Herr covering. Down to second base goes Griffin. That's the 9th time this year that Martinez has sacrificed. Stan Javier has tripled, flied out, and grounded into a double play. He was the first batter that Ackerfelds faced when he came into the game and got that double play ground ball.
Center fielder Stan Javier.
2-2 in the 6th. Last meeting of the year between the Phillies and the Dodgers. Dodgers have already clinched the series, having won 7 of the 11 thus far. Ouch. Dalton took it.
Check swing foul tip, and got Dalton caught on the right arm.
Dodgers sent Willie Randolph to Oakland to acquire Stan Javier, who is a good outfielder. Pretty good overall player.
Daddy was a good ball player. Right-hand hitter all the way. Julian Javier, second baseman for the Cardinals for quite a few years.
Javier does not like that call. He thought it was inside. 1-2. This is the time of the year you're going to see some roster moves, and we have seen some. We saw one more today with the Phillies sending Carmelo Martinez to Pittsburgh for 3 youngsters. Foul at the plate. He's out. And Griffin down at second base didn't know whether to move or not. He got back, of course. Third strikeout for Ackerfelds. 2 outs in the inning.
Takes that knuckle curve right in the dirt. Almost got through Dalton.
Left fielder Jose Gonzalez.
Here is the most troublesome Dodger of the night, Jose Gonzalez. He has driven in a run on a sacrifice fly. Single, doubled, scored the other run, and prevented a run by throwing out Lenny Dykstra at the plate. Well, these umpires are staring for the entire San Diego series, as we understand it, so Dutch Renner should have the plate twice in the series, and we will see him Sunday afternoon at home plate. Gonzalez swings through it, 0-2. Phelps has been in since the 4th inning. Close, 1-2. Second, 2 out here in the Dodgers' 6th inning. Gonzalez hits it to right field. Should be the last out. Murphy. That's it for the Dodgers in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Tied 2-2. Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by the First Pennsylvania Bank. Enter the Core State's favorite Phillies moment contest, and you could win Superbox tickets or a trip to spring training next year. Details are available at the vet or any First Pennsylvania or PNB bank. Winners drawn throughout the season, so enter soon. Charlie Hayes is 0 for 2 in the game. We are tied 2-2 as the Phillies bat in the 6th inning. Socha will go and talk with Martinez, who basically has struggled throughout. He put the Phillies down in order last inning for the first time.
Well, he missed badly on the first pitch with a breaking ball, and then looked like he was going to throw that second pitch about as hard as he could throw it, which he did, but it was way out of the strike zone.
Joe Baver is up in the bullpen. The Phillies have Ackerfelds due to hit third. I guess they're going to pinch hit for him. Griffin makes the play. Charlie Hayes is out. Baver is ready to come in to face the Dodgers in the 7th.
Phillies shortstop Dickie Thon.
Dickie Thon 0 for 2 tonight. 2 ground balls to shortstop. Dickey right in the hole. Rod Booker is going to bat for Ackerfelds as Thon gets the Phillies' 9th hit. 2 runs on 9 hits.
Well, Dickey keeps getting his base hit. Hanging in there and having a pretty good year.
Now Booker hitting at .237, no homers, 9 RBIs. Booker 2 out of 11 as a pinch hitter. His 2 best games of the year, though, have come against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Booker's been the spare infielder this year, and he's done a nice job.
Just missed a home run in that San Francisco series by inches. You don't see him hit a long ball very often.
Thon is running. Ball is popped up. Shallow right field. Sonwell is back.
Fell down. He fell down.
Here's the play to first. He gets back.
Sonwell couldn't get rid of the ball. He knew he had Thon if he could get the throw there. I think he's looking at the third base coach there. He sees, whoop, you better get back, and here's where he slips down. Almost cost him the play, but Sonwell couldn't get the ball back to Murray in time.
Lenny Dykstra up there. Lenny is 2 out of 3 tonight, 2 singles and 1 run. Lenny hitting at .342. Playing his first full game under his new contract. He can afford to buy enough tobacco to keep spilling it like that now.
He could buy the plantation.
On Lenny. He's been the Phillies' best hitter with runners in scoring position. That's not the case right here. Thon is at first. There are 2 outs.
He wants to get a pitch he can turn on now. 2 outs with a runner on first. He can get around and pull Martinez's fastball if it's in the right spot. If it's in on him a little bit, the one out away from him, I don't think he'll try to pull that. He doesn't go for the long ball, or hasn't very often this year. Once in a while, he'll try to jerk one.
Missed off the corner. Now it's 3 balls and a strike on Dykstra, and this should be the perfect spot to look for that pitch to drive that you were talking about.
He's picked the right situation to do it this year, but he hasn't done it very often.
Thon is safe. Phillies have out-hit the Dodgers 9-7. A lot of hits for a 2-2 game. Dickey Thon is going, and the ball is hit in the air to left field. An easy play for Gonzalez. Takes care of the Phillies in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. And we move to the 7th inning in a 2-2.
That's the show that goes beyond the headlines to deliver the untold story. Don't miss the premiere of Hard Copy, September 17th at 7:30 p.m. on Fox 29. Pell Night, Thursday, September 6th. Police Athletic League night at the Phillies ballpark, featuring celebrity softball game between a team of radio personalities and a team of TV and newspaper personalities. Fox 29's Carl Shurkin will serve as captain of the TV team, and Lee McCarthy will serve as MC for the home plate ceremonies. All for the benefit of PAL, an organization doing a great job with the children of Philadelphia. Starts at 6:10 prior to the Phillies-Cubs game, sponsored by Camel Soup, Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank, and the Pep Boys. That's September 6th, PAL night. And Harry Callis with us in the 7th. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And the new pitcher is Joe Baber. Baber coming on for Darrell Ackerfelds. He falls behind Sharperson 2-0. Got that one over, 2-1. Baber overall has won 2, lost 4. He has saved 11, a 4.08 ERA. For the Phils, he's 1-1 with 3 of those saves and a 291 earned run mark. 2-2 the count to Sharperson. Darrell Ackerfelds going 2 2/3 innings, charged with a run on 4 hits. In the air to right center, Dale Murphy tracks that one down. Sharperson is out 1 down. That'll bring on Eddie Murray. Murray is grounded out on a good play by Kruk. He's flied out to right field and singled and knocked in a run.
First baseman, Eddie Murray.
Murray's base hit tied the game in the 5th inning. Quite a few hits. Phillies with 9, Dodgers with 7, but just 2 runs apiece. Murray got well out in front of that pound ball. 0-1. At Wrigley Field, Cincinnati has scored 5 runs and still batting in the 5th, and they lead the Cubs 5-1. One ball and 1 strike to Eddie Murray. Two and 1. Missing. 3 balls and a strike to Murray. Ackerfelds in 2 2/3 innings did not walk anyone. He had 3 strikeouts. Now Baber has walked Murray. Murray, a 1-out base runner. It'll bring up Hubie Brooks, who has struck out, grounded out, and singled.
Right fielder, Hubie Brooks.
Eddie Murray at first base with 1 down. One and 0. Tied at 2 here in the 7th. Fouls that one out of play. 1-1. Birthday wishes tonight to Catherine Dimmick's mom, watching in Scranton, Pennsylvania, celebrating her 55th. And for our viewers watching on our flagship station, WTXF Fox 29 in Philadelphia, stay tuned for the 10 o'clock news immediately following our game. 2 balls and a strike to Hubie Brooks. Joe Baber in his first inning in relief of Darrell Ackerfelds. Hubie beats that one foul. Two balls and 2 strikes.
The Lasorda family got that foul ball.
Right in the Dodger family box next to the Los Angeles dugout. Here's a gapper to left center field, going all the way back to the fence. Eddie Murray being waved around. He's going to score easily. An RBI double for Hubie Brooks. And the Dodgers lead it by a score of 3-2.
I don't know if you can hang a palm ball, but that was up and over the middle of the plate. Hubie has really had a series here. Split the gap.
Hubie now 8 for 12 in this series. He's at second base with one out. Dodgers take a 3-2 lead, and the batter Mike Socia. And they will walk Socia intentionally. And pitch to Juan Samuel. The Dodgers have taken a 3-2 lead here in the 7th inning. So she gets the intentional walk. 2 men on base with 1 out for Juan Samuel.
Second baseman, Juan Samuel.
Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
Here's Samuel. He is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and struck out. 1-0. Knowles now out of the Phillies dugout to talk to Baber. Pat Combs walked 4 while he was in there. Baber has walked 2, one of them intentional as Jim Gott gets up in the Dodger bullpen. But the unintentional walk scored. And the Dodgers lead at 3-2 as Don Carmen throws in the Phillies bullpen.
Really exploded after last night's game. Shut the doors of the clubhouse after the game and did a little ripping.
2 balls and a strike. Well, the Phillies staff has really cost themselves in bases on balls, leading the league in that department. At this stage, they have walked 499 batters. Next worst in the league, Atlanta at 468. And he falls behind Samuel, 3-1. He slams that to deep center field, but Lenny Dykstra is going to snare it in front of the fence. Brooks goes to third. Socia will hold at first. That's a long out, number 2 in the inning. And it'll bring up Alfredo Griffin.
His fastball, a high fastball, got the good part of the bat on it, but got under it just a little too much. Put a good swing on it.
High enough for Dykstra to track all the way. And they get a pinch hitter for Alfredo Griffin. Chris Gwynn, who had a big night here last night, will pinch hit for Alfredo Griffin. Chris Gwynn hit 2 home runs last night, including his first career grand slam, and knocked in 5 runs. Dodger runners first and third with 2 outs. One and nothing to Chris Gwynn. Gwynn hitting .278. As a pinch hitter, he is 10 for 42, including a home run. 7 RBIs as a pinch hitter. He beats a foul. It's 1-1. That's still leading San Francisco 7-0 in the 8th inning. New York on their way to moving to within 1.5 games of Pittsburgh. 2-1. Pirates idle tonight. Cincinnati now leading the Cubs 6-1 in the 5th inning, scoring 6 in the 5th, chasing Mike Bilecki. And St. Louis and Atlanta are tied at 3-3. Fouls that one out of play. 2-2 to count to Gwynn. Gwynn pretty much a free swinger up there. Maybe a good time to throw him a pound ball low. Threw him a fastball and he fouled it back.
He'd have had you out.
Why would he have had me out?
You would have been looking for the palm ball low.
No. I'm always ready for the fastball. Whitey, adjust to the off-speed stuff. Rips that one foul. Chris is 25 years old. Younger brother of Tony Gwynn.
He has a tough act to follow, Chris Gwynn.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Chris Gwynn. Dodger runners first and third and 2 outs. Fouls that one out of play. It's still 2-2. Los Angeles leads it 3-2. We're in the 7th inning. Soch at first, Hubie Brooks at third. It's the ball on the ground to John Kruk. Kruk will make the play himself, and that will retire the side. Dodgers take the lead with a run on 1 hit. No Philly errors. They lead 2. Stretch time at Veterans Stadium, bottom of the 7th. Los Angeles leading the Phillies. It's time for our Bud Batter's box inning. Harry Fry Jr. from Pottstown, Pennsylvania is our designated Bud Batter this inning, with a chance to win a share of a $10,000 bonus pool. If any Phillies player hits a home run during this inning, our designated Bud Batter earns $100 immediately and shares in a $10,000 bonus pool given out at the end of the season. If you're 21 or older, you can enter by sending your name, address, and telephone number to Bud Batter's box. Post Office Box 7080, St. Louis, Missouri 63177. Any designated Bud Batter who gets on base wins a Budweiser jacket and baseball cap. Jose Offerman coming into play shortstop, replacing Alfredo Griffin, as Darren Dalton leads off for the Phils. One strike to Dalton, who's been on base all 3 times that he's been up. There is Offerman. Dalton has singled, doubled, and walked. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dalton be followed by Von Hayes and then Dale Murphy. Bottom of the 7th, Phillies trail by a run. Jammed him, and he pops a foul back up over the screen. One ball and 2 strikes. Low with it, it's 2-2. Fouls at first base side. It's been a low strikeout game for Martinez, who leads the league in strikeouts. He struck out only 2. Pat Combs and Darrell Ackerfelds. Full count to Darren Dalton.
Phillies have done a pretty good job of laying off that high hard one. Might as well. You can't hit it.
In the air to right center field. Hubie Brooks right there. Dalton is out, 1 down. That'll bring up on Hayes. Hayes is nothing out of 2. He's hit a sacrifice fly, popped up and grounded out. Phillies got their first run in the first on the sac fly by Hayes. Second run in the third on an RBI single by Tom Herr. Slams the ball to center. Caught, though, by Javier. Hayes hit it right on the nose, but caught by Stan Javier. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Dale Murphy. Murphy is 2 out of 3. He has singled twice and fouled out to third baseman Mike Sharperson. Another base hit for Murphy. His 3rd hit of the night. He's 3 out of 4. He's a 2-out base runner. And it will bring up John Kruk, who has flied to center, singled and lined out to left center on a good catch by Javier. In the bottom of the 8th at Cleveland, Boston 2 and Cleveland 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Kruk had a cut, he fouls it back. Boston has won 6 in a row going into that game. They have a 6-game lead over Toronto in American League East. One ball and 1 strike to John Kruk.
Gott warming up.
Smothers the ball to Juan Samuel. Kruk is retired. So are the Phillies in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning at Veterans Stadium. Dodgers lead the Phils. Well, we have a brand new fun toy for you. Fanatic hand puppet, 16 inches tall, looks just like the real thing. Puppets may be purchased in person here at Veterans Stadium at the novelty stands for $20, or by mail just send $24 to Phillies Merchandising, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Kirk Gibson batting as a pinch hitter here for Ramon Martinez. Gibson hitting .289, 101. As a pinch hitter this year, he is 1 for 4. Dodgers lead at 3-2. We're in the 8th inning. Chases the foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kirk Gibson. Struck him out. First strikeout for Baber. That's 1 down here in the 8th, and that'll bring on Stan Javier.
Center fielder Stan Javier.
That's pound ball, and the bottom dropped out of it.
Yep. Good one. Javier is 1 for 4 with a triple. 1-0. One ball and 1 strike. He chops the ball off the plate, fielded by Kruk, makes the tag of the bag. Javier is out, 2 down, and that'll bring on Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 2 out of 3 officially with a sacrifice fly, a single, a double, and a fly out. Dodgers lead at 3-2. We're in the 8th inning.
Left fielder Jose Gonzalez.
One and nothing. Missing 2-0. Wild swing, 2-1 to Gonzalez. Another wild swing, 2-2. Still 2-2. Darryl Strawberry has joined the homer parade at Shea Stadium. He's just hit a grand slam, his 29th homer of the year. And the Mets now lead San Francisco 12-2. Foul ball, he checked. It's a full count. And at Cleveland, Boston has just scored 7 runs in the 9th inning, and they lead Cleveland 9-2. Those Red Sox have really been playing good ball, and they've opened a big lead in American League East.
Their pitching has surprised everybody. Nobody's surprised about Clemens, but
Greg Harris.
How about Greg Harris?
Struck him out, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2 Los Angeles. Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. To arrange a thorough test drive, simply phone your nearest BMW dealer. Jim Gott is the new pitcher for Los Angeles, trying to save this one for Ramon Martinez. Gott is appearing in his 37th game. 2 wins, 3 losses, 3 saves.
Now pitching for Los Angeles.
His ERA is 2.49. 43 in the 3rd innings he's pitched, 37 hits, 12 earned runs, 28 strikeouts, and 21 walks. Tom Herr will be the first one to face Gott. Herr's 1 for 2. He has walked, singled, and grounded out. He has knocked in one of the Philly runs. Tom Hurd, Charlie Hayes, Dickie Thon scheduled to face Gott here in the 8th. Phillies trail by a run. On the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Tom Hurd. Didn't like the call by Dutch runner. Line right at Juan Samuel. Herzau one down here in the 8th. It'll bring up Charlie Hayes. Charlie is 0 for 3. Grounded out, grounded into a fielder's choice, grounded out. One ball and no strikes to Charlie Hayes. And 2 strikes to Charlie Hayes. He chased the low and away breaking ball. Struck him out. That's 2 down.
One of Charlie's problems lately, he's been bailing. Bail, you can't hit a low outside pitch, and he knows that, but he's having trouble correcting it.
That'll bring up Dickie Thon. Thon is 1 for 3. Breaking ball for a strike. Missed with a fastball, 1-1. Randy Reddy has moved into the on-deck circle. He would bat for Joe Baver if Thon reaches base. Missing 2-1. Threw the fastball by him, 2-2. Fouls a breaking ball out of play. He rolls in 2 strikes to Dickie Thon with 2 outs and no base runners. Low with a fastball, a full count. Lost him. Thon is a 2-out base runner. And it'll bring on Randy Reddy as a pinch hitter for Joe Baver. Randy Reddy hitting a .246. As a pinch hitter, he's 9 for 36. With 5 runs batted in. One ball and no strikes to Reddy. Roger McDowell throwing in the Phillies bullpen now. One ball and one strike to Randy Reddy. Dodgers lead by a run, 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Back up the middle. That's a base hit to center field. A pinch single for Reddy, and the Phillies have 2 men on base with 2 outs here in the 8th for Lenny Dykstra.
Well, they got the hitter they wanted up there in this inning, and that's Dykstra.
Jay Howell, along with Dave Walsh, in the Dodger bullpen.
And between the wickets.
Lenny Dykstra is 2 out of 4. He is singled twice, grounded out, flied out to left. On the inside corner for a strike. Missed inside, 1-1. Beats a foul.
He hit Socha on his follow-through. Hit him with a bat. I believe he hit him on the mask.